Welcome everybody back to another episode of Dropping Bars, and I have with me a very special guest with me today, the Emmy-winning executive producer Glenda Cox, who is also of Grenadian heritage. Woohoo! Is that the Emmy I see?
It is. You know what? I think I need to put it on the scale because it weighs something. It's like pretty heavy. Do you see that?
Oh, damn.
Like
amazing.
Oprah said,
listen,
what is it? Chances are 300 million to 1. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty special. Pretty special.
Wow. Glenda, that is so amazing. Congratulations to you on your Emmy win. Congratulations, Lizzo. Watch out for the big girls. I mean,
Amazon.
you did a fantastic job.
Yep.
The world recognized it, and you were rewarded for it. So congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
So now, Glenda, for the people that don't know who you are, can you just give us some insight into who Glenda Cox is?
Just a regular human. No, I'm kidding.
Regular human don't win Emmys.
That part. So I'm going to have to start embracing this braggadocious spirit that I have because I'm very shy and very humble, you know. Who am I? I am a God-fearing child. I was born on the island of Grenada to Norge Mackey and Anthony Cox. I moved to Florida when I was 10. I lived in Trinidad for a little bit, but I love Trinidad. But
right.
I love Grenada more. That's like my home. So when I got my green card and everything, that's where I went. That's my mother just loved. Every summer we were in Grenada. So from the age of 14, I was in Grenada playing mass, was Carnival Queen 3 times.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, Grenada's my home. And as I grew older, I just feel like I have a connection with the island. I think it's a very special place. And it's very special to have culture and to be, as an American also, it's very important to have some place like Grenada to call home and to love. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, but I'm also a mother. I have a 15-year-old. She was my date to the Emmys. She was.
I saw the picture actually.
Yeah. She was also a shy girl, but she kind of slightly came out her shell there when someone approached her thinking she was Halle Bailey.
Oh, wow.
True story. Like Extra TV went up to her to ask for an interview and they called her by Halle Bailey's name. So from that moment, Little Mermaid. From that moment on, she was walking around that red carpet like she owned it. So that came out of that for her. Yeah.
Nice. So, so you are an executive producer. You've worked with some of the biggest stars. You're the executive producer on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Obviously, you just won the Emmy for Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls. You're also the executive producer of The Real Housewives of Dubai. You just did the girls trip from Atlanta, and I think was it the first family of hip hop, or was it?
So I go all the way back to, not aging myself because I am a Black queen and I still look good for my age. I'm not old. I graduated Virginia State and then I went straight into television. I'm a writer. So I just got into reality through one of the writers on a television show I worked on called Mutant X. And that was Stan Lee, who the Marvel. Stan Lee, he created Marvel. Yes. That was his first on air, and he had a television show called Mutant X on Saturdays. So I was a writer's assistant back then for 5 Jewish old men who kind of aged out of the industry, and they were writing for these Saturday TV shows. But it was pretty fun. I learned a lot from them. A lot of cool, amazing people came through that office, and one of them his name was Perry Dance, and him and I became really good friends, and he wrote on so many television shows. And he got a job for a show called Making the Band. And he said to me, I know you hate LA and you always wanted to go back to New York, and I have a job for you. So that's how I fell into reality. I went back to, because after college, I moved to New York. I spent 2 years and I was trying to get on television shows as a writer's assistant. So I wanted to do Sex and the City and all those, but it's really hard to get into the writer's room. So I moved to Los Angeles by myself. And I spent 6 years out there, and Los Angeles is a very segregated place. It's a very cool place, but it's segregated. And there's not a lot of our culture out there. And I'm very, like, I want to go outside and hear accents, whether it's from St. Lucia, Trinidad, Russia. You know, they didn't have that in LA. You were like stuck in your car and very segregated. So he said to me, he's like, I have this show called Making the Band, and it's with Puff Daddy. And I was like, Puff Daddy. So I went back to New York. MTV shipped all my stuff, and that's where my reality career started, on Making the Band.
Awesome.
Yes, I started out as a story producer.
Story producer. So Glenda, speaking about story producer, now, what does an executive producer do? Like, what do you do as an executive producer? Okay,
so let's start off with the story producer, right?
Right.
I am an executive producer in charge of post. So let's just say Real Housewives of Dubai. They called me and they offered me the job, and they sent me, and I start on in pre-production. So pre-production is where we talk about the concept of the show and what we want to shoot, how many weeks, and everything like that. Same thing with Lizzo. I start off in pre-production. They bring I'm the executive producer of post-production, but they bring me in to help them tell the story. So I went to Dubai for a month and a half, and I helped them with, make sure all the story was cohesive. And then I came back to New York and started the post side. That's where we put all the story together. And there I had 8 story producers and 8 editors, and everybody was assigned an episode. So there's room number 1. So it's the story producer plus the editor. Room number 2, same routine. And then after, once we get to a round, then they start doubling up. Some rooms get 2 episodes while other people move on to another show. So room 1 would get 2 episodes. So basically, I watch all the footage. We have a board. There's 6 acts. There's a 6-act structure. I come up with the story. I come up with the style. I come up with the music, ideas. I do the interviews. That's the screen where the women sit down and they say these things. Either it's funny or dramatic or shade or whatever. I do those. And then my story producer and the editor, they have 5 weeks to get a cut to me. The cut that comes to me is 48 minutes. I look at it. I send it to my bosses. They send back notes. We do their notes. We have to send it to Bravo at 47 minutes. So they really send it to me at 50, which I don't like, but I have no choice. So it comes to me at 50, and then I get it down to 48. We send it to Bravo. They give notes. We do their notes. And then, so we have rough cut 1, fine cut 1, fine cut 2, picture lock, and then it's locked. So that 50-minute cut ends up to be 42.50.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's lots of process. So I run that whole department.
So you run that whole department.
Yeah, I'm the brainchild behind what you get to see on television.
On television. Awesome. Wow. I'm so impressed, and wow, this is amazing. Yeah. And so over the years of you working in that space, I'm pretty sure that there would have been lessons that you learned along the way. What are like 3 lessons that you learned along the way that has led to the level of success that you're experiencing today?
That you have to work hard and you have to be creative and you have to have thick skin, especially as a Black woman or a Black person in this industry. There isn't a lot of me's in this world, or even Black editors. There's not many. So it's funny if someone calls me today about a job, I immediately reach out to the group of Black individuals that I know and I tell them, hey, I'm starting the show. Would you like to come?
Right.
And I have like a crew of people that I go to, but I think it's important, especially on shows that feature us. I think we need to staff those shows with faces that look like us. It was especially important for Lizzo,
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so important. Representation is very important.
Yeah.
But so in doing all that, were there any like obstacles that you had to overcome? And if so, how did you overcome those obstacles?
I'm female, number one, and I'm Black, number two. Number three, I'm West Indian. So there I have all not being West Indian is bad, but I have my accent. I have, I just work hard and there's tears in it, but I'm strong. I'm saying I was telling my friend in the car earlier that you can't hurt my feelings because I come from a West Indian household.
That's wow. That's a bar right there.
Yeah, it's a bar and it's fact, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Gain some weight and you go home and your dad see you, why you get so fat? Oh gosh, you get fat.
I know, right?
A normal person won't take that kindly. I laugh it off and it doesn't hurt my feelings because that's how we are, And I think the world is losing a little bit of that, where the kids nowadays are extremely sensitive, and in the world that I work in, you have to have a tough skin. You have to.
Yeah, and I noticed that you mentioned that twice, because when I asked you for the lessons that you learned, you did mention having a thick skin, and now we're back to having a thick skin. So it seems like like being in that space, in that world, having that thick, that thick skin is a crucial element of your success. Now, so Glenda, this is amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I just have one more question for you. This Dropping Bars is not a very long, drawn out show. We keep it really tight. And thank you again for sharing with us. But is there one nugget of wisdom that you can share with young people across the Caribbean region that will be watching this show? What is one nugget of wisdom that you can share?
I believe that everybody is born with an innate talent, meaning I see a lot that no offense, a lot of young people in Grenada are going to be doctors and lawyers, but some of them deep down inside want to work in television or may want to be a musician or an artist, but all they see and hear is lawyer and doctors. God blesses everyone with a talent. I truly, honestly believe that. And I think that you should not let anyone tell you what your talent is or what route you should go. If you know that you have this specific talent, you should work extremely hard at it. And you will see your dreams and your goals and everything happen. I've loved TV. As soon as I went to America, I loved TV when I was in Grenada and whatever TV my aunt had. But right, yeah. I remember watching 90210 and saying that I'm going to be that guy. And his name was Darren Star, and it had executive producer above him. And I went to college and my parents thought I was going to be a lawyer because I told them I was going to be an entertainment lawyer, but that was a blatant lie. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. But as West Indian parents, you have to tell them because they don't know they're like, TV? What are you going to do that stripping us for? But I am happy every day that I wake up and I do this job. It fulfills me. I'm extremely creative and I love it. And I honestly believe everyone has a talent, a God-given talent, and you discover it and you work with it and you can not only make money, but the joy that it gives you, because you really don't want to be a doctor. Do you?
And well, I mean, not me. I definitely don't. I mean, there are people that might want to be, and that's good.
Yeah.
But like you rightly stated, that don't let anyone force you down a path to live out their dreams while you have to bury your own dreams.
Yeah.
So I completely agree with you, and that's a perfect way to end the show. Thank you so much, Glenda. And let us see that Emmy one more time.
And her name,
you know what?
Her name is Nettie. After,
also,
yeah.
So you named the Emmy?
Yeah, after my grandmother in Belmont, who was a tyrant. And this right here is a strong bitch, just like that woman,
Oh,
I had the sweet grandmother up in Concord, St. John's, and then I had the tyrant in Belmont, St. George's, and this one is named after her. Because
so the Emmy is dedicated to grandma.
Yeah, to all of them.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's again, congratulations, Glenda. Your success is phenomenal. And I mean, I can't wait to see. I know you're the first Grenadian to win an Emmy.
Is that exciting?
And I can't wait for you to win many more. And I can't wait to see more Grenadians shining and winning Emmys and everything.
Yes, me too. There's going to be many more. And you know me, I'm down to help anybody.
That I definitely know.
Yeah.
That I definitely know.
Yes.
So thank you so much, and thank you everybody for tuning in to Dropping Bars. We were speaking with the Emmy-winning producer, executive producer, Glenda Cox from Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls. What does your t-shirt say? Girls can do what?
Girls can do anything.
Girls can do anything. That's awesome. Yes, yeah. Girl power. I got 2 daughters. Definitely girl power.
Oh my gosh, that's right. I'm a little hood today, guys, but sometimes you just got to do that.
Awesome. So thank you, Glenda. And again, guys, I hope to see you next week for another episode of Dropping Bars, when I will have another special guest for us to drop some bars with us. So thank you, everybody. And Glenda, thank you